Hi, welcome back to Married with Gaming. I'm Jen.
I'm Mike, and we're going to be looking at the Amazon Prime Secret Level Dungeons and Dragons featurette, whatever.
And just giving our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Please. No fire! Red matters not.
Well, you get this intro of the character of the visions, and he's either prophecy or chosen one kind of plot device character, of course. You see some nods to like they're having a fight, so it's kind of off screen. And in my opinion, if you're trying to, I get it, they're just making a thing of it with the D&D theme, but if you're going to showcase D&D, show D&D. I mean, show a fight, show spell effects.
Oh. Well, they did show what? Shape-shifting.
But like shadowed version.
Yeah.
And it hints at it, but it would be neat to see some of that fight.
Yeah. I do think the CGI is really good, especially of the eye when he's looking out the cage or cart cage, whatever he's in. I think that CGI is really good. That looks very realistic. So that was good. It's a little bit hard to follow the action, I feel like, getting right into it. But maybe that's just me and watching it on the laptop.
Well, it's like I said, it's just showing. It's mostly taking place off screen or out of view.
Yeah.
Which maybe makes it more mysterious to some, or what's going on, because you're maybe supposed to empathize with this guy in the cage. That would be my take. Like, he doesn't know what's going on either.
Okay, let's keep going.
I've had worse.
Well, we get the paladin there with the "'tis but a scratch," or has a lot of hit points, so it doesn't even phase him. Also, if you notice the background shimmering thing, they're basically in a Lehman's tiny hut.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, that's cool. I wondered where they were, like if they were in a cave or where they were. I guess it looks like where this pause is, it looks like he's getting ready to walk through it, right?
Yeah.
Is this a mage or a warlock? Wizard or warlock?
Wizard, warlock, sorcerer, I don't know. The new stuff.
New sorcerer, maybe.
Magic user. That's what I'm going to call it.
Oh, I can see the Lehman's tiny hand.
What is your name, child?
Solon.
I wasn't always a paladin of Prime. Most of these scars are from fights I started. I very nearly killed innocents before I decided to change. Before I took my oath. Maybe it will help you.
Thus.
Nice little backstory paladin piece there.
Yeah, it didn't go on for a bunch of pages, so except the backstory. But obviously, like the character said, or the paladin said, that they had, been not a good person before. So that could either be, they could have been different character class and took up paladin, or that was their backstory or whatnot. But yeah, and Torm, Forgotten Realms god. At least it's lawful good, so that's a good paladin instead of some weird oath thing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, that looks cool.
Yeah, that is a very cool setting.
The other
scene.
thing that was really cool was the dragon flying over the. It was toward the beginning of the dragon flying through the sky. Looked very neat. And the scenes are really set up cool in this, I think.
Quiet! I need to focus!
There were some cool spell effects.
Yeah, so you get a wall of wind.
Ice
You get
storm.
probably ice storm, and then you get the cult kid saves the gnome that didn't like them, so it changes their attitude.
Yeah.
So
Now, she was having to use a spell book. It looked like
or maybe that's representing ritual casting for the newer edition.
she did have to concentrate as well.
So,
Or
but
focus.
that didn't take 10 minutes. But it's narrative.
I
So.
thought it was going to be knock because I thought she was just opening it, but knock is not a ritual nor a concentrate spell. I don't think.
Well, yeah, it didn't take 10 minutes either. But of course, that's just whatever. And maybe they're using, I don't know.
No, was that
It's narrative.
Was that a dragon he was riding or a wyvern? Couldn't see it clearly.
More wyvernish, but I thought it looked bat-like too.
Yeah,
I didn't focus
it's hard
on
to
that.
tell. But cool.
It's going to be okay.
Oriel, this is Solon, who bears a terrible curse.
Calm yourself, child. You're safe here.
They're coming through! Daddy! We need fire!
Get out of the way. Here we go. Monk, that dwarf monk is cool.
Yeah, karate dwarf.
Karate dwarf.
Karate dwarf caught an arrow through it back.
He also did the fast movement.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
And then we get to see the evil sorcerer or evil wizard do counterspell a few times.
And it looked like is it a half orc or something? Is a druid?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is that the one that shape shifted early
Yeah.
in the thing? Okay. And then it looked like polymorph other, right? On the sorcerer, the evil sorcerer, turned him into a snail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it definitely wasn't a wyvern. It was some kind of bat.
Yeah,
I can't
that was
remember what that's called.
Weird looking. Creepy. And then
Burning Hands.
Burning
but
Hands.
That was like
Thank you.
massive.
Yeah.
But hey, who knows?
I mean, yeah. Maybe she's a very high level magic user. And Gold Dragon, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Dragon that can suck taint out of you.
I wonder if it's like a remove curse or something. I don't know. But interesting. Anyway, it's kind of cool to see like the spells that when you play, Like Burning Hands is used a lot. So to see it kind of represented there looked really neat. And I'm currently playing a monk in one of our campaigns, so to see the monk abilities in use, that was really cool.
That's a whole lot of dragon.
Tiamat.
Well, guess we found our cleric.
Go!
And that was the end.
All right, so it was either, the whole plan to get it to a dragon to absorb it so Tiamat could manifest.
Yeah.
But, and the cleric, it just became a cleric. It seems a little bit crazy. Unless
Yeah.
it's some Forgotten Realms chosen of Torm or whatever.
That's what I thought too.
For manifestation.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I would think that a bunch of kids took a carnival ride would have a better chance against Tiamat than these guys. But that is my opinion. They would all be dead. These people would all be dead against Tiamat. But
I guess at the beginning they attacked the Cult of the Dragon people just because they were Cult of the Dragon people. Like they didn't.
yeah, the bad guys.
Okay, they just were.
And free
Taking them
people.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very,
do,
very good CGI again. Like, it looks really cool.
well, and what it did in that small amount of time, I did think it had pretty efficient storytelling.
Mm.
You could understand what was going on without knowing the rules or any lore at all. So it has the mass appeal, and it does showcase some abilities that are in the game.
Right.
Again, like I mentioned earlier, if I was to make something like this, I would have done it with either a party creeping through a dungeon or done it with the 80s cartoon kids.
That would have been cool too.
Use that because they've been using them for nostalgia lately a lot anyway. So it would have been fun to just see them.
Yeah, I don't know if this. I don't
in
know.
a CGI thing.
I don't know what the purpose of this was. Just to do something cool with, a story or whatever. But if the purpose was to get people interested in playing, I don't know if this would have done it.
No, I think if they would have done things like like go through a classic dungeon, using torches, listening at doors, disarming traps. A wandering thing shows up to fight them. Because they make a little bit too much noise. Wandering monsters. I think that would have been more representative of D&D of any type.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
this just was like it just kind of like
it was cool. I think it was well done for what it was. But
yeah, it was almost like a movie trailerish thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because it was just a teaser. It wasn't really enough to. It was just like a little taste. I'm not a fan of cliffhanger endings, so
yeah, kind of just showcased a little bit, and then that was it.
Yeah. But overall, it's kind of cool. It's worth a watch, especially if you play D&D. I think to kind of see some of the references. Like I said, Burning Hands on the screen looked really cool. I think the monk stuff looked really cool. So.
But not every game has monks.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
So, anyways, it was kind of a fun little thing to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. So, you guys can check it out if you want to. Kind of worth a watch if you like D&D.
All right. Well,
CGI.
yeah.
So.
Thanks for watching.
Yep. See you later.